So how to Krishna, friends? Hopefully everybody's out well. So we had a Bhagavad Gita class last night, and a couple questions came up, and I never know if I'm answering them well because I get like in the moment, I just kind of get excited and I just start rambling. And so I really wanted to sit down and kind of cover those things and share with it, and hopefully it would maybe benefit somebody else as well. But essentially, the question and comment was this individual was reading a Srila Prabhupada book called Civilization and Transcendence. It's a pretty deep book. It's really fascinating. But a couple of things that they pointed out was that Prabhupada talks about how you don't trust anybody, that Krishna is the only guru, and that's where you should get the information because Krishna is infallible and the embodiment of all living things. But the comment was, if he's infallible and the embodiment of all living things, then why does that mean there's good parts and bad parts of Krishna? Which is a valid question, because if you're saying you embody everything, do you literally embody everything? So, to clarify a few things, of course, what Prabhupada meant there, of course, with the don't trust anyone, only trust Krishna and Vedic authority, he's not saying to ignore all teachers, first off. He's saying that truth isn't created by individuals. It comes from Krishna through disciplic succession and that proper lineage. He's just warning us against speculation, people inventing their own ideas about spiritual philosophy and science and truth. And instead, he's just trying to point us back directly to Krishna with those type of comments and to the teachings that are faithfully passed down through disciplic succession. Now, in regards to Krishna is the only guru, so from a Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective, Krishna is the original guru, but he teaches us through his representatives. I mean, that's literally what the Bhagavad Gita is, right? Is that Arjuna is listening to the original guru, which is really fascinating. And that simply means that Krishna is the source of all knowledge, and that the guru is the one who carries that knowledge without changing it to devotees and people interested in learning more. So now the big question, of course. So if everything comes from Krishna, does that include the bad and the good? Or what's that about if he encompasses all things? So I think a lot of people end up getting kind of stuck here and get hung up on it and just God in general, like how these good things and bad things come from God. This is crazy. So it's really good to clarify this and have people hear this. So there's a key distinction here. So everything comes from Krishna as the source, but not everything represents his will or his nature, right? So Krishna, yes, is the source of everything. All energies come from him. Everything exists because of him, but living beings have free will. So Krishna gives us independence. I mean, he's not putting us in a chokehold, making us do anything. So those evil and harmful actions that we see in this world, those come from misuse of this independence, not from Krishna desiring these type of actions. Krishna provides the energy, but how we use it is totally up to us as a living being. Honestly, the easiest way to understand this is a simple analogy of the sun. So the sun provides sunlight and it just shines down on the earth. A flower takes it and grows and receives that sunlight, and then a desert gets it and actually dries up even more. So the sun isn't deciding how that energy gets used, but the things receiving it do. Krishna is all good in a bhakti lens. He's all pure. He's all attractive. Negative things come from illusion or maya, misidentification of the body, not realizing you're a soul, and attachment to that, and misuse of this free will. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. And of course, as part of Krishna, we have a small amount of independence. When we act in alignment with him, things are harmonious, things are good. When we act independently, that is where confusion and suffering come in. Now, these are really deep topics, and that's kind of why I wanted to clarify, because whenever I sometimes talk about them, I get excited And just wanted to clarify and just try to gradually unpack them. But the important key takeaway is that Krishna is the source of everything good. And it is our goal to realign with him. And I hope that helps. I hope that's something you can dive into and check out. Appreciate you for listening. Hare Krishna.